Hi guys, today I'm going to be sharing my favorite products from Sephora that are really underrated, that not a lot of people are mentioning, but they are so good, and also everything's under 25 bucks. So if that sounds good, be sure to stick around. If you're new here and you like honest makeup reviews, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. All right, so the first product I want to talk about is one that I have been loving so much lately. It's from the Inkey list, and this is their glycolic acid exfoliating body stick. So when I saw this, I was really intrigued, and when I got it, I noticed that they said you can use it on your feet, and I'm definitely going to spare you the before photos of my cracked and calloused feet, but this stuff has literally worked a miracle. I have all of those like foot filing devices, and I've used creams and lotions with glycolic acid in them, and they make a little bit of a difference, but I wasn't seeing incredible results. And I started using this, and all you have to do is rub the stick on whatever body part you want. So you can use it on like the bumpy skin on the backs of your arms or on your legs. In my case, I just kind of rub this all over like my heels, the bottoms of my feet, wherever I have that really rough, calloused, bumpy skin. And then I put on a pair of socks, I go to sleep, I wake up in the morning, even the first morning after I used this, they were so much better. I was not expecting that at all. And like 4 or 5 nights in, they were so much smoother, and I didn't have like that rough skin that kind of catches on your sheets at night. If you have this issue, you know what I'm talking about. It's horrible. And as we're getting into sandal season and I'm showing my feet more, this has just been a lifesaver. I don't have to sit there like scrubbing with one of those files. I just put this on, go to bed, and I wake up and they look better. So I thought this was such a cool product. And even though it's a stick, it's actually very moisturizing. When you put it on your skin, it has almost like a thicker, more oil texture. It just feels really nice. And my skin never felt dry. I didn't need to use a separate moisturizer in addition to this. So I thought this was a really cool and convenient product because you really don't have to rub it in like you would a lotion. I just run this, like I said, along my feet, put the socks on, and that's it. You don't even have to touch your feet. Another really great product at Sephora if you have rough and bumpy skin is the Ordinary's Glycolic 7% Toner. So this, I actually bought the big bottle originally, which I think is $13. This one is $8. So it's probably like one of the cheapest products they have at Sephora, but it's really good, super effective. I felt like it was too harsh for my face. My skin on my face is a little bit more sensitive. So the first couple times I used it, it was just too much tingle and like stinging almost. And then I had this huge bottle and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? So one day I decided to just put it on the bumps on the backs of my arms and also on my thighs. It smoothed out the skin on my body so well, and it didn't cause irritation because I think my skin there is just a little bit tougher. So this is just another super cheap, great option for getting rid of those dead skin cells on your body. You do probably want to put on a moisturizer on top of this, just like if you were applying this toner to your face, you would still follow up with a moisturizer. It's not going to add moisture to your skin. And also you're probably going to want to use this at night because it'll make your skin more sun sensitive. And then the next day, just make sure you're wearing your sunscreen on any exposed body parts. So this is another essential product that I use all the time heading into the summer to make sure that my skin looks smooth. This next product has actually been a favorite of mine for so many years. I worked for Sephora back in 2004 until 2007. I was a manager there, and we all loved this product. When it came out, we were just head over heels for it, and it was kind of like our little secret because it's actually a product for men. So this is the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm. These are 10 bucks. They're really affordable, and they don't come in any pretty colors. They're just clear. They do come in really nice scents though. And these don't have a glossy finish like a lot of lip balms do. They actually go on a little bit more matte, yet they're super hydrating. I think because men's skin is thicker than women's, they just make this a little bit more intense. And I think that's why we all fell in love with it working at Sephora back in the day. And also these smell amazing. They come in a bunch of different scents. My two favorites are the shea butter one, which really kind of smells like vanilla cookies. It smells so good. And my other favorite is the black tea and blackberry. I don't really smell the tea as much, maybe a little bit, but I also smell the blackberry, and it's just such a unique and interesting scent for a lip balm. It's a little bit more refreshing. And not only that, but these also have SPF 25, and a lot of lip balms don't have SPF in them. So this is just an all-around amazing lip balm. You have the extra hydration, the SPF, the amazing scents. They're just so good. I actually just dug these two out of my purse because I usually carry them around and wear them out since they do have the SPF in them. But they are so fantastic and they're only 10 bucks, so definitely worth checking out as well. Another SPF lip balm that you guys have heard me talking about, but I don't really see it much on anyone else's channel, are the K-Skin Isle lip balms. So I have all 3 shades now. There's actually a clear one too that I don't have, but I feel like I have the Jack Black in the clear, so I mostly buy these just for the colors that they come in. And these are also so fantastic. They have a really yummy vanilla scent. It smells like cake batter almost. And unlike the Jack Black ones, these are very glossy. They look so good on your lips. And the colors that they come in are also really beautiful. And even though they have SPF 30 in them, they don't have a weird or off-putting taste like some SPF lip balms can. And these are just super hydrating. They feel really smooth on your lips. They're not sticky. So I love these so much. I started out with one and ended up just grabbing the other 2 colors because I knew that heading into summer, I'm gonna be outside more and I wanted to have that SPF for my lips. So these are so good and they're 15 bucks. Next up, let's talk about Sephora collection. So they can be very hit or miss. I've tried some products that were kind of terrible and others that just really blew me away. So one of my favorite products from them lately is their colorful lip gloss. So they come in these really skinny tubes. And these are such a great formula. They're only $11, so they're pretty much in line with a drugstore lip gloss. And what I love about these is that they're actually a gloss balm. So they have that hydration of a lip balm and that super smooth, cushiony texture. They're not sticky like a lip gloss would be. And it also comes in a huge range of colors. I think these are a fantastic lip gloss option at Sephora and also from Sephora collection. A skincare product that I've really been enjoying is their 13% AHA, BHA, PHA resurfacing peel mask. So this is kind of similar to the one from Drunk Elephant. The name is escaping me at the moment, but that one is really, really expensive, but it's kind of like the same sort of deal. So this you just put on in a thin layer all over your face. You leave it on like between 10 and 20 minutes and it exfoliates so well. And it also has a lot of hydration to it. So even though you're putting those acids on your face, I never feel like my face feels dry. It always feels very comfortable. There's a little slight tingle that happens if you're not used to using acids, but it's really not bad at all. And once I wash this off, my skin is baby smooth. I really don't see any difference between this one and some of the more expensive options like the Drunk Elephant. I feel like why spend the money on that when this one is just as good? And a lot of people don't know this, but all of the Sephora collection skincare is made in France. And when I worked at Sephora, we were taught that it's made in a lot of the same factories as some of the really kind of fancy high-end skincare brands over there. So I know sometimes people look down on Sephora collection or think like maybe the ingredients aren't as good as some of like the more hyped up high-end brands, but the products that I have tried have been really good and really solid. This is the first one I've tried in a while, so I definitely, now that I've been loving this, I want to go back and see what else they have currently. I know they discontinued, they used to have something called the Ultra Supreme Body Butter or something. It came in this huge jar. That was my favorite body butter for years. It was so fantastic. And I don't know if they have an equivalent now or if it's just named something else, but this made me remember how much I loved Sephora collection skincare. So I definitely want to check them out a little bit more. The next product is one that's actually gotten a lot of hype, but in a different shade. So this is the Clinique Almost Lipstick, and I have the Pink Honey one. So we all know Black Honey kind of went viral for a while there. Even though it's been around since I was a teenager, it kind of came back in style with the TikTok crowd. But nobody talks about Pink Honey, and Pink Honey is one that I actually wear more than Black Honey. It is so beautiful. It's one of those lipsticks that you can just put on without a mirror because it's so close to my natural lip color, but it adds a little bit of hydration and just gives that slight bit of color that makes my lips look a little more like healthy and alive. And on top of that, this formula has that nice cushiony lip balm feel that kind of smooths out all of your lip lines and just makes your lips look better. It's just such a beautiful, really classic formula that I love so much. So I definitely recommend checking out Pink Honey. If you like the Black Honey one, this is just kind of a more subtle version. Lately, I've also been trying some new things from the brand called Freck, and their prices are pretty good for Sephora. A lot of their stuff is under $25. So the first product I'm actually wearing on my lips today, it's their Makeout Club Soft Blur Lipstick. Now, I'm somebody who avoids matte lipsticks like the plague because even if it's a formula that feels comfortable when I first put it on, usually within half an hour to an hour, my lips feel so dry, I'm reaching for a lip balm, or they look like they're more lined and more cracked than ever before. So I have a really hard time finding a matte lipstick that I like. And recently, you guys might remember that I found the one from Westman Atelier that just launched recently. This is called the Lip Suede Matte Lipstick, and it is beautiful. It's so comfortable on your lips, but it's like a $49, $50 lipstick. It's crazy. So imagine my surprise when I tried this one from Freck and realized that it's pretty much the same thing. It's maybe just slightly less creamy than the Westman Atelier, but I feel like the end result is the same. What I'm looking for is something that is gonna blur my lip lines, that's not gonna make my lips feel dry, and this absolutely delivers. This is the shade The Moment, and I love this. It's kind of like a rosy brown, and I 100% wanna go back and get a couple more shades of this because I feel like it is finally a matte lipstick that I can wear that doesn't cost $50, and it's also unscented, and it's so lightweight, I forget that I'm even wearing it at all. So if you're like me and you feel like you just can't wear matte lipsticks because they're too drying, definitely try this. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Also from the brand Freck, I decided to try their Cheek Slime. So it has a terrible name, but it's not slimy, I promise. It actually has a moussey formula, and these can be used on both lips and cheeks. And I got these in two shades. I have Love Flush, which is like a really pretty peachy coral, and then Big Thrills, which is more of a deeper rosy shade. And I think the texture of these is so beautiful. Like I said, I was expecting something kind of dewy and sticky by the name, but it has this really soft, again, almost blurring like the lipstick type of texture. So when you put it on your cheeks, it leaves them almost looking a little bit smoother than when you first put it on, and a little tiny bit goes such a long way. I feel like these tiny little bottles are just gonna last forever and ever. In the video today, I'm wearing the shade Love Flush, and another cool thing about these is they're so long lasting. I feel like they have a staining effect. The first time I tried these, I put it on both my lips and my cheeks to see how it would go. And even though they're not a particularly moisturizing formula, on the lips, they were okay. I didn't feel like I needed to put lip balm on right away, and I was pleasantly surprised by how long it lasted. It was hours later, I was out somewhere, I came back home, and I still had it on my lips, and I was like, okay, I didn't realize they were gonna stain, but they do. So I think these are so super cute, and again, I don't hear anybody talking about them at all. Just quickly, there are a couple things from Cali Ray that I wanted to talk about too. The first one is their Come Hell or High Water tubing mascara. This is something I haven't talked about in a while, but I remember getting this in 2022 in the spring. We went on a trip to Charleston, South Carolina, and I think this had just come out at the time, and I was testing out some other mascara that I brought on the trip with me, and because of all the heat and humidity, it kept smudging everywhere. So when we were in downtown Charleston, I saw a Sephora. I said, let me go in and just grab a tubing formula because whatever I had, it just wasn't holding up in the heat. And I saw this, I took a chance on it, and I wore it the rest of my trip. It is so fantastic. It has one of my favorite type of brushes. It's more skinny. It's also a traditional style mascara wand, so it's not the silicone brush with the hard, pokey bristles. And I feel like this gives me such great length and volume. It's not clumpy. It's that perfect balance where it's not too dry and it's not too wet. I can really build it up and get more of that false lash look without it being too heavy and weighing my lashes down or getting clumpy. And I do have the mini version of it, which is $13. I believe the large version is $24. So it's still under $25 even if you get the big one. But for me, I just don't see the point in buying full-size high-end mascaras. I kind of wish drugstore would also offer mini options, but especially when it comes to the expensive ones, it just doesn't make sense. I never ever finish a mascara before the 3 to 6 month time frame where you're supposed to get rid of them. So I find that the mini ones have just the perfect amount of product. I can use it up and then try something else or repurchase whatever I want to do. But this is just such a great mascara if you love tubing formulas. And I also would recommend the Hourglass Unlocked Extensions. Again, the mini version, so good. And also Tarte's new Tartelette Tubing XL is another really good one too. But after the first time I tried this in 2022, I've been meaning to go back to it, and I forgot how much I really loved it. It is such a good formula. And another product from Cali Ray that I wanted to mention quickly that's under $25 is their Big Swell Lip Plumper. So I'm not like a huge lip plumper person. I don't use them all the time because usually they sting and they burn burn and they irritate your lips, and my lips are dry enough, like I don't need the irritation. But this one is actually so much more hydrating, and it doesn't have like the cinnamon or the cayenne pepper or whatever those lip plumpers have that just kind of burn your lips, because really what those are doing are just causing irritation and then causing your lips to swell up in response to that. So this one has Maxi Lip, which is peptides that help to increase your lip volume over time. It also has hyaluronic acid filling spheres, and it also has a vasodilator in here. So it's going to help the blood kind of rush to your lips, and that's going to give them a little bit of like a pink color. So it's like a really natural rosy flush. You don't even really need to wear a lip color when you're wearing this if you don't want to. But out of all the lip plumpers that I've tried, I feel like this one gives me the biggest volume and just the most noticeable effect. I really do see a difference when I wear this. Sometimes it feels like my lips are bigger, but then when I look in the mirror, they don't look any different. With this one, they actually do. There's definitely a difference there. So I really like this one a lot. I don't wear lip plumpers all that often, but I like that this one gives me that volume and also smooths out my lip lines. So if you're looking for a lip plumper that actually works, I think this one is awesome. It's not going to make it look like you have lip filler necessarily, but it does give better results than just about any other one that I've tried. So it's definitely worth checking out as well. All right, guys, so I think that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you've tried any of these products, let us know what your thoughts were down in the comments below, whether you loved them or hated them. I love hearing other people's opinions and just getting your feedback. And also, I just want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I truly appreciate it, especially if you made it to the end. And if you have some extra time and you'd like to watch something else on my channel, I'll just put another video right here that you could check out next. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.